Welcome back, South Africa, and a happy Friday to you. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday to you. Cool.
Nutrkids Magic is all about fun and nutrition for the little ones. The magical range of Nutrkids is a good choice for moms and magic for the kids. And in the upcoming weeks, you can look forward to an exciting #Nutrkids Magic campaign in which you get the chance to show us how Nutrkids brings out the best magical talent your kids have to offer. And to mark this auspicious occasion, we're making magical Pinata Cupcakes that we know your kids will love. You've already gotten started.
Yeah, I've gotten started here. I'm creaming up the sugar, oil, and butter.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're starting up now with this.
So in essence, you're doing the wet part of the cupcakes.
The wet part of the cupcakes, this is where you're going to introduce your flour to.
Okay.
So basically what you want here to happen is to dissolve the sugar. So this is going to get light in color. So while we're doing that, we're going to crack one egg at a time, just putting it there.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
I know you're a parent as well, so
Yes.
your kid must have some magical talents as well.
My kid, yeah, he's very smart. He has this memory that I don't know where he's getting it from. And I know that he's actually a better dancer than me, though.
Wow, that's very interesting. I can't really say whether my son's got any magic talents, but I know that one magic trick that he always gets is to get me to sit down and watch cartoons with him the whole day until I eventually
I think they have that skill. You basically just sit there and be watching things that you would be watching on a normal day.
I know exactly what you mean. And today we're going to be using Clover Nutrkids for our recipe. Today we're using the full cream milk, but they also do have the medium fat dairy blend, which you could use as well. I know they also have an instant milk powder that they use that's also medium fat. And the one thing I love about the full cream, the one that we're using today, is that one, it is high in protein.
It's good.
Two, it has no added sugar. And on top of that, it has 25% less lactose. So anyone that has
anyone that is lactose intolerant, sorry to break you there, that's very good for them.
Yeah, it is good because if you're intolerant, at least it's much less, so making it a little bit easier for the tummy, I guess.
Yeah.
But now that you started with that, I've got the dry part of our cupcakes here. I've got some flour,
This is looking
I've got
ready
some
now.
baking powder, and I've got some salt. So once you
pass this
pass
to you
this
now.
over, all I need to do now is just add the milk into our wet ingredients. And all of that, I'm just going to pour into our dry ingredients over here. So all I do is let me mix in our baking powder and our salt.
Yeah.
And then fold this all together. I mean, I love this campaign that they're actually running because it's giving us parents a chance to show off our kids to the world.
Yeah.
Right?
Like, who doesn't want to do that?
I know, like every single parent I know, every time is gushing about their kid. My kid does this, my kid does that. So this is the perfect opportunity for parents to actually show that off to the rest of the world. So now that I've done that, I've put in my wet into my dry ingredients. And as usual, there's one thing that my fellow compatriot Anele once told me, to never overmix.
Yeah, because once you overmix, your cupcakes will become dense, and that's not what you're looking for. You need them to be fluffy.
Fluffy, nice and fluffy. So I'm just going to quickly, nicely just fold this in. We don't want too many lumps, but at the same time, you also don't want to overmix it. So I'm just gently folding in the ingredients here. And this is about fine. You could mix it further, but we don't want to activate the gluten. So we just want to keep it nice and fluffy.
And don't forget the vanilla essence there, please, to me.
Thank you for that. Okay, cool. So this goes in there. The batter's going to be spooned into our cupcake tray here. Let me just quickly do that for you. So all I'm going to do, let me just actually pour it in. If you've got an ice cream scoop, that actually works very well, or a small measuring cup, that also would work. So I'm just going to spoon in.
And remember, while you're doing that, you don't want to fill it all the way to
the top. What is the reason for that, actually, in case some of our viewers don't know?
It's just when you're baking it, it's just...
Yeah, because it's going to rise, so you don't want it to be overfilled.
Yeah.
So this is now going to go into the oven. And people are probably wondering, but where is the piñata part of the recipe? Basically, a piñata, if people don't know, is whenever there's a magic trick or whenever there's a party, it's basically like some contraption that has stuff filled inside, and people or children hit it hard and it breaks apart, and then sweets and goodies fall apart. But in this instance, we don't have that. We're not going to be breaking apart anything. We're going to be filling our cupcakes with some confetti or sprinkles and stuff like that, and this is where the piñata part comes in. So all we do is we're going to cut it up here, make a nice little hole on the center of our cupcakes.
Yeah.
And then the one thing I love about this as well is that these parts you don't even need to get rid of. You can actually use this for cupcake pops, which you can use the very same ingredients and just mixed in some cream and stuff and then fold that in, and that's delicious. And then we fill it up with our delicious, tasty sprinkles. And then I'm going to pipe it up. This is the hat of our cupcake here.
Right.
I'll pass it to you just now. And here is our cupcake, Pinata Cupcakes, magical Pinata Cupcakes. And you too can get the recipe by going to afternoonexpress.co.za. Bring out the best in your little ones with Clover Nutrkids. Want to show off your little one's best magic trick? Then show us how Nutrkids brings out their hashtag Nutrkids magic. Has your kid got the best dance moves? Gymnastic handstand perhaps? A trick with a dog? Or maybe they can make a coin disappear. Well then, follow the Nutrkids page and the hashtag Nutrkids Magic to stand a chance of winning a weekly 1,000 Rand Crazy Store basket dash. T's and C's do apply and can be found on afternoonexpress.co.za. But just in case you missed it, here's a quick recap of our magical Pinata Cupcakes.
Made with love by Clover.